All right, showing we're live. I think we're live. Cool. What's up? So, yeah, we're just doing a basic live stream right now. I'm going to go ahead and share this out real quick before we get started with this edit. And this is the first time I've live streamed onto YouTube in a long time. So, you have to bear with me here. So, if I want to share this, I go here. I'll just copy the video link, head over to the Facebook. You'll all have to deal with me. I'm doing this real quick. I didn't realize that it would make me live right away using the RTMP. So we'll get started here in a moment. Bandwidth looks good. Everything looks good. Let's see, go to the groups that are gonna find this. Actually think this is interesting and important and whatnot. So let's see, write something. Where I put my notes? Right here. So yeah, I'll just copy the video description into here. Post that. And since I copied something a second ago, I'm gonna have to re-copy this stream key. Not stream key, but yeah, whatever. We'll copy this whole thing. And so we're on the MacBook Air right now, which is pretty cool. Things seem to be holding up. I have not edited while going live yet, so we'll see how it holds up. What other groups are going to be interested in this? Basically, the Final Cut group in my personal page. I don't know if anybody else will really care. Maybe hop over to 570 Drone real quick. A few people here might be interested. So we'll go ahead and post it to that page as well. And get rid of that window. We'll just minimize all of that. And let's get to the actual edit. So I'm going to leave notes open because I need these when I go into Resolve. I'll need these particular notes. So let's open up the Final Cut. So I'm going to start a new library here. Like I said, I'm going to do this 100% from start to finish. I told people earlier that I was going to be editing from start to finish, import to export, right here on the MacBook Air, because there's a lot of videos out there right now that are just like, oh, look how fast everything exports, or look at the playback in the timeline, and none of that really matters. It's like, really, who cares? It's the actual workflow that matters. So let's go. Let's call this Christmas House. So I'm actually going to be editing 2 videos today. Um, one of them is just a little favor that I'm doing for someone, and the other one is just a little personal video I'm making just to kind of test out editing with H.265. So, so we're going to import some footage here, and usually I use the standard import dialog, but I already have those settings preset. So we're going to go into, I have a folder here with multiple sets of footage. One is Mavic 2 Pro down in Philadelphia, and the other one is this stuff right here. So import A7 S-I anamorphic. Just let it continue. Files are already processed. That's just kind of cool that they're already processed. And then let's see, project name. Oh no, I don't want a new project. I want a new event. So, oh, whoops. So we're gonna go to new event, and we'll put the drone footage in here. This is a house in Peckville, Pennsylvania. It's kind of cool. So new event. I'm gonna call this one music. Another new event. I'm gonna put 2 spaces in front of it and call it assets. And the reason I am putting 2 spaces in front of it is so that it pops up at the top of my little browser thing window here. Spin it over. So we're on the MacBook Air M1, 8 gigabytes of RAM. With that new processor, that M1 processor, what I've already done should be crippling it, but it's not. So that's cool. So let's call this A7S3 anamorphic. And not all of it's anamorphic. I have an interview down here that I'm going to be kind of focusing on. So this is the owner of the Christmas house. Cool dude. We'll see how that plays out. And then we have drone footage, which, did I drop the drone footage in? No, I guess not. So this is all drone footage from the Inspire 2. It's all in ProRes, X5S camera. Pretty decent footage here. I customized my library a little bit. I don't care about the start and end point of any of these clips. I care about the duration. I don't care when it was created for this video. I'm not doing multicam, so I don't care about the angles. I'm not going to be adding notes, video rolls, and audio rolls. Again, this is a real quick project. I don't care about any of that. So I'm just going to get rid of all these things here. Stereoscopic. It is monoscopic, so just one camera being used. What I do care about is frame size and frame rate. So you see I shot all this at 24p. And then go to the anamorphic, you see all of this is shot at higher frame rates. However, the A7S3, I have that set to playback at 23.98. And you see the footage looks really weird because it is very weird. It's shot with an anamorphic lens. And then the music, we should probably put that in there too. It's one song I picked out in advance so you didn't have to listen to me talking about stuff. So let me go back and let's check on that stream real quick. Everything's looking good. Now, if you're going to leave comments, you're going to have to sign into YouTube to leave these comments. Open up the YouTube app or whatever. Let me go to my main profile here. See, Tim says, how is it with 8 gigs of RAM? Watch and find out. Spoiler, incredible. So, all right, let's get to the edit. And I'm going to open up my live streaming thing here. I don't see any comments or reactions yet. So I'm only using one screen. want to see those comments, so I'm going to put this little comment box over in the corner here with the audio levels and all that kind of stuff. Bandwidth, I don't know, I have plenty of bandwidth to spare. We're only broadcasting at 2K here, so. So, first video. I'm going to put the first project into the assets folder, even though that's not generally what I do. It's only going to be one video. I already made kind of a cut down video for this, so we're going to call this interview with owner of Peckville Christmas house. And so we're going to cut down the interview real quick, and then we're going to add B-roll to it, and then I'm going to conform all that B-roll to, you know what, I can check my project settings here. 2398, that's good. 3840 by 2160, that's also good. All right. So there you go, interview with owner. So we're gonna hop over here and find that interview. It's this second clip. See, duration 5 minutes. It's a really basic interview, and there's nothing really to it. So I don't see system audio being shown here. Let me make sure that you can hear all this. Hop into Ecamm settings just to make sure you're hearing my system audio. Include desktop picture, yeah, that's cool, cool. Audio, broadcast, in screen sharing mode, that's where I'm at. I think, okay, so you can't see what I'm doing because I have it hidden, but hopefully you can hear all this stuff. So we're just gonna do a radio edit real quick, and like, oh, look how fast everything exports. So this is interesting because I don't feel like the system audio is. I don't feel like the system audio is coming through. So let's fix that. I have 5 concurrent viewers. I apologize for all this. In fact, you know what? What I'll do is we hop into preferences here, and I'll show you what I'm doing right now, just so it doesn't drive you absolutely insane watching me click on nothing. So, system audio testing. I just don't see it. Audio. Okay. This is really weird. I apologize. I just don't see this system audio anywhere showing up in here. Losing viewers. Yay. Well, I guess we'll have to live with it. There's nothing I can really do um, outside of just, you know, continuing. So that's what we'll do. We'll continue working, even though system audio does not appear to be working. Um, I guess there is one workaround. I mean, this is an interview, so it's important that you hear what's going on. So I'm doing my weird workaround. Which is going to basically involve me using both screens. It's not too bad. Yeah. Preferences. Go to displays, arrangement. I want this to be right here. It's kind of cool. There's no big blinking or anything like that. You're like, holy crap. Let's bring that up. Let's bring our eCam up here. And so I'm going to turn pull open these preferences again, and we'll go audio, speakers. We're going to go to the MacBook, and we're going to use the MacBook Air microphone for the microphone as well. So this is going to be beautiful. It's going to sound like pure trash, but it already does. Get rid of those headphones altogether.
Great place to come here at Christmas time. Puts a smile on it. everybody's face.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Matthew Harhart, and I'd like to welcome you to the Peckville Christmas House. A lot of you have been here before, and a lot of you are new. But this is just an exciting place to be, a great place to come here at Christmas time. Puts a smile on everybody's face, whether you're 1 year old or 99 years old.
Why did you do this? What's the whole point?
Well, we started back when we were, I say we, my brothers and me, when we were 9. I was 10, my brothers were 9. My father used to take us around looking at Christmas lights. And it looked like a lot of fun. It's like, we could do that, let's do that. And we started out.
All right. So now that I have thoroughly screwed up the whole beginning of this, let's get back to editing.
Hello, I'm Matthew Harhart, and I'd like to welcome you to the Peckville Christmas House.
Okay, so I'd like to welcome you to the Peckville Christmas House, and then we'll put some music there, and you know, a little B-roll sequence, and then I'll have him talk more about it. So let's see.
Welcome you to the Peckville Christmas House.
So duck this audio a little bit. Let's go ahead and increase the size of all this stuff.
Hello, I'm Matthew Harhart, and I'd like to welcome you to the Peckville. Welcome you to the Peckville Christmas House.
So I'm not trying to do all of my audio at once.
I'm Matthew Harhart, and I'd like to welcome you to the Peckville Christmas House.
So I don't want to do all my audio at once. I just want to do, you know, make it bearable right now, and then we'll finish audio in a minute.
Hello, I'm Matthew Harhart, and I'd like to welcome you to the Peckville Christmas House.
All right, and then B-roll sequences. So let's go to anamorphic. Or we're going to skip the anamorphic for a second. Let's get a wide establishing shot of this. So this is in the Inspire 2.
Christmas House.
So let's go to anamorphic, and I'm going to throw it into this mode, which is the film strip view. And then we're going to let's make that a little longer. And since it's shot in anamorphic and I have not de-squeezed it yet, a lot of this is going to look really weird, but it'll look really awesome when I finish de-squeezing it. So I want to start with like this shot is like an over-the-shoulder shot. I have two of them. Which one do I like? I like the one that kind of orbits a little bit. So over the shoulder, boom, throw that in there. And then it's going to be our third shot. I remember taking, let's see, we got a little guy pointing at lights, throw that in there. And then, let's get
Let's get these two looking out at the lights. Oh, I know. We get them two looking out at the lights, and then go to their kids. So that's Lee and Lisa. So 321. And we'll start that in a little later. Okay, so that doesn't really work because they're looking down, but then they're not behind them. So I have another shot of the whole family. Let me see if that shot works better. Where is that family shot? Right here. Okay, so I have a few shots. See in the background of this shot, they're like kissing through their masks. That's kind of funny. Okay, but I have them looking down. Do we have a shot of them looking down-ish? No. Oh well. Hopefully no one notices. Wait, and then I'll make that a close-up. So let's go back to the interview.
This is just a exciting place to be, a great place to come here at Christmas time. Puts a smile on everybody's face, whether you're 1 year old or 99 years old.
Cool. Very canned response, but it works. Let's duck that audio out right here.
Exciting place to be.
Drag these over. Boom.
But this is.
We don't need him to. We don't need to hear him saying "but." So let's cut that out.
This is just a exciting place to be, a great place to come here at Christmas time. Puts a smile on everybody's face, whether you're 1 year old or 99 years old.
Bring that audio back in and trim this. I'm not going to do any J cuts right here because screw it. So just going through this footage real fast because I kind of know the clips I have already. All right, so a friend of mine, this is the guy I borrowed the lens from. He is using my 135mm GM lens. And then, see, I have, so we have Santa's sleigh. Throw that down there. And wait until I de-squeeze this anamorphic footage. It looks great. So we have my son looking at mom. And then we have some cool anamorphic flare behind Santa Claus there. And then the North Pole sign. And I have Darth Vader around here somewhere. Where's Darth Vader? There you are. I'm going to throw you in there and let's head back down to the interview.
I have 3 brothers, but my 2 younger brothers participated in this. My older brother, he was He was more like the Grinch. he's great now, but
So we got a little history of the place.
like a lot of fun. It's like, we could do that. Let's do that.
Let me just get a little sound bite instead of the
Well,
whole
we started
history.
back when we were. Well, we started back when we were. I say we, my brothers and me, when we were 9. I was 10.
Sometimes when I'm listening to dialogue, I will just speed through it just to hear that get the point of it.
And my brothers were 9. My father used to take us around looking at Christmas lights, and it looked like a lot of fun. It's like, we could do that. Let's do that. And we started out small by putting the lights around the bushes, around the shrubs, on the fence, and it just grew from that.
Boom, there's a little of that history, and we are going to J-cut this. What's up, buddy? There is no camera on this one, it's just the screen. So you have to say hi.
Hi, everybody.
So, alright, so back to this. That was Oliver. So let me duck this audio out, because we're going to J-cut this a little bit. And just to have, you know, to show some more B-roll.
We started back when we were. I say we, my brothers and me, when we were 9. I was.
So he goes on about something here, or he repeats himself a couple times. So I'm going to detach that audio, and then I'm going to let me change the audio roll of this to music just so it stays on the bottom, and I can separate this out a little bit.
I say we, my brothers and me, when we were 9. I was 10. My brothers were 9. Back when we were.
Okay.
We started back when we.
Okay, I'm gonna just use the words.
We started back when we.
I started back when, and then I'm gonna cut all the way up to here.
10. My brothers were.
And he says, "Well, I was 9." Then make sure that's connected to there. Cool. We can get rid of this whole part right there. So the cool thing about Final Cut is that the audio stays connected to the clip. So you could disconnect it, move it around, but yeah.
We started back when we. I was 10. My brother.
Okay, so I'm gonna just get rid of the word we. So he's just saying I started.
We started back when we.
We started back when. Now let's get rid of the word we.
We started back when I was 10. My.
And then come into the word I a little faster, so it sounds like that's what he actually said.
We started back when I was 10. My brother.
Almost. Oh, that was almost perfect.
We started back when I was 10. My brothers were 9. My father used to take us around.
And then let's cut that. Bring that over. Cool thing is he's wearing a mask, so the audio could be out of sync a little bit. Not bad.
We started back when I was 10. My brothers were 9. My father used to take us around looking at Christmas lights, and it looked like a lot of fun. Like,
That needs to.
we started back when I was 10. My brothers were 9. My father used to take us around looking at Christmas lights, and it looked like a lot of fun. It's like, we could do that. Let's do that. And we started out small by putting the lights around the bushes, around the shrubs, on the fence, and it just grew from that.
Cool. So it started out small and it just grew from there. So that is, he's basically asking me to put a wide shot in. And since we did show that one shot of Santa Claus in the sleigh, let's use this wide shot. Boom. Right in there. We'll trim it to. So, and now we can jump back into some more B-roll. go back to our thumb strip view just to have an overview. And I have so Oliver waving, and then a car driving through. Like I said, I'll de-squeeze this stuff in a minute, and you'll love the way it looks. So I haven't dropped a frame yet. I haven't had to wait for anything. It's all just working, which is really neat. I love it. That shot right there. And then I know I have a shot of kids walking through. Oh, there it is. There they are in the background. They're coming around. Boom. Now let me time these shots out. Right here on that beat. Bring it back a little bit. Let's find the last little section of this interview we want to use. Something to kind of as an outro.
Want to say Merry Christmas?
Check us out on Facebook. We have a Facebook page, Peckville Christmas House. You can get information year-round on anything you need. You can ask us questions. And you can follow us year-round. We're always adding on our Facebook page. We get new stuff in the spring and the summer, and we're always posting pictures. So definitely check us out on Facebook at Peckville Christmas House.
All right, so we'll cut into that right at the beginning, or right at the middle, because he repeats a couple times. So I'll duck this audio in a second. Let me mute it first.
Questions, and you can follow us year-round. And you can follow us. You can follow us. You can follow us year-round. We're always adding on our Facebook page. We get new stuff in the spring and the summer, and we're always posting pictures. So definitely check us out on Facebook at Peckville Christmas House.
Cool, cool. So there we go. I'm going to duck this a little bit. So I'm going to expand that audio. J-cut that.
You can follow us year-round. We're always adding on our Facebook page. We get new stuff.
And then let me enable the music, and we'll just duck it under. Put my playhead there. We'll line up. Line up the audio kind of to the playhead.
You can follow us year-round. We're always adding on our Facebook page. We get new stuff in the spring and the summer, and we're always posting pictures. So definitely check us out on Facebook. Christmas House.
So we're going to end out this video, hopefully on the chorus. So that's another wide shot. Which I kind of like this. Kind of like this wide shot to end it on. Boom. So I'm just going to get rid of the last bit of that audio. I'm going to drag it over and do like a S curve towards the end. So that it kind of ends right here. See how that sounds. And then see 570 drone logo. I don't think I have it on this computer yet. Oh well. I think I saved it in Documents, which is in iCloud. So.
You not hungry? Somehow I lost my appetite.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay.
So we're going to throw that into our assets folder. And Apple automatically went ahead and downloaded it and imported it for me. So I'm going to bring that audio out just a little bit. Cool. Now we just have to de-squeeze this. So I'm going to use de-squeezing anamorphic footage requires math. Which I forget. This is a 1.33 crop, so I think we'll go into the transform controls. Yeah, there we go. So I'm just gonna, let's see, 133% on our width should get us looking pretty natural. Copy that and paste it onto everything, except for the drone footage, of course. And not the drone footage. So anamorphic lenses are cool. So the cool thing about de-squeezing it this way is that you have room to work. So, you know, this way, but also I did what did I do? Something. Oh yeah, this lens, it's a crop sensor lens projecting onto a full frame sensor, so we have some extreme vignetting around the edges as well. So I have to kind of compensate for that as well. But that's okay. So now that we have all this footage, we have the interview, this is kind of the, we'll call this, you know, the rough draft. I'm going to go ahead and export the XML of this project just right onto the desktop, which is fine. And the reason we're doing that is so that we can open up Davinci Resolve Studio and yeah. Oh, okay, it's opening. So Resolve Studio is opening. It's opening on the other monitor, so give me 1 second here. It'll pop up. And while we're waiting, I'm just checking the bandwidth statistics and whatnot. There we go. Resolve Studio. We're gonna just create a new project and drag it up onto here. So in my media pool, Sony footage is really weird, and it's super annoying that the way Sony footage handles timecode. So we're gonna go here and we're gonna take that A7 III stuff and we're gonna add the whole folder of stuff into our media pool. And then there's a Python script that you have to run in order to conform the time code to what Davinci wants. So I'm running that little script right there, and it's just stripping all of the time code information from all these clips. I'll make a video about that in the future, but for right now, just know that it's super annoying. So now I'm going to just import that XML that we just exported from Final Cut. No. Okay. So now the only thing I really care about in Resolve is the color tab. I just really enjoy coloring in Resolve. So let's go ahead and we're going to quit Final Cut Pro in the background. And just keep Resolve open here. Full screen that a little bit. Cool, cool. And as we'll create a new LUT, or we'll create a new LUT node, we'll add a 3D LUT. I like these Buttery LUTs, makes these really good conversion LUTs. So I'm going to use A7S3 S-Log2 or S-Log3 to Rec 709, which gives me just a nice opening grade here. I don't know, words. I'm not good at words. So here we are. So this node right here, that's our LUTs, or that's our LUT. And this is going to be our primary grade. So let me do that primary, just basic adjustment right here, right on the first node. And then bring our shadows down a little bit. Then just going to bring those midtones up. Go here. Bring that saturation up to a relatively even grade. Not bad. Another reason I like Resolve. Not bad. So there's our first node. We hop into our second node, or our second clip, which is create a new node. Our second clip is from the Inspire. I'm gonna add a LUT to that, a lookup table, because I shot this in D-Log, and we're gonna go to where's my, I thought I put that in there. Looking for my, yeah, there it is. So Buttery LUTs for DJI, and they have some looks in here too, which is kind of cool. But I'm just gonna go the D-Log natural to Rec 709, and it doesn't seem like it did much, but it did. It converted the log pretty accurately, and I need to make almost no changes. I don't even know if I need to boost the saturation at all. Like, it already looks really good. I mean, it just looks good already. So, so I'm gonna apply this same grade that I did from the first node. I'm not gonna explain a hell of a lot of what I'm doing here. I'm just gonna do it because you're not here to learn how to do all this. You're just here to see if it's possible to do it on a MacBook Air. Like, I have to remind you that this is a MacBook Air, and it's just chewing through this footage. See, the shadows might need to come up just a little bit in this one. That's good. Okay, this one, I'm not happy with this for some reason. What? Oh, shadows need to come down. Then these mid-tones, we'll just bring them up to a little higher of a point. There we go, that works. Here's another drone shot. We'll just apply the grade from the previous drone shot, and it's perfect. Cool. Let's go up and apply that. I mean, yeah. Reminding you again that this is just a bare bones, unbearably, like the entry level MacBook. So, okay, and this last clip that it can't find it because that was my logo. So, who cares? Let's see. Any kind of special stuff I want to do here? I don't know. I don't think so. This is all... I mean, the footage is pretty on point. The color's pretty on point. I mean, I think we can call that a color grade. So I'm going to hop over into the Deliver module or tab or whatever they call it. And we're going to select Final Cut Pro 10 from the drop down. There we go. I'm going to tell it where to go. Just to this external drive. I don't save anything to internal drives. Christmas house. Add a new folder. Colored clips. Then click OK. And then 422HQ. HD. So we're going to take all this non-ProRes footage. Well, the drone is already ProRes, and we're going to turn it into ProRes because why not? So we started the job, and it's predicting that it's not going to take much time, I think. So we're hearing this over, opening clip, and if there's any throttling going on the computer for heat, and I do feel it's pretty warm. Let me lift the laptop up. It's more than warm. It's hot. So there's definitely, I can assure you that there is definitely some thermal throttling going on here, but I'm also running Final Cut Pro and Davinci Resolve and using the screen capture / broadcasting application. It's all pretty high bandwidth footage. and I have the laptop open, so it's driving 2 monitors, both of which are 4K, and it's still just crushing through this footage, which is really great. So yeah, we're just gonna let this go. Don't forget, I'm also running Chrome in the background. So we're just pushing through this footage. It's doing a lot. So we have one person watching right now. Yay. Tim says, I made him buy a new MacBook Pro. So here we are. We're just pushing through this edit. It's rendering right now from Resolve, and you know the laptop is definitely thermal throttling. It's been on a pretty heavy load for a little while, but again, this is the MacBook Air, and I can't stress this enough. And let me show you exactly which computer this is. Okay, you still can't expand this window, but this is the MacBook Air M1 2020. 8 gigs of RAM, which any other laptop, I mean, it would just be choking hard in this particular, you know, any other MacBook Air, especially the fanless ones, like no fan whatsoever, it would just be choking right now, but it's grinding through, which is great. So displays, it's running the built-in Retina display, which is 2560 by 1600. It's also pushing a 3840 by 2160 display, so it's driving 2 displays, and that does take quite a bit of power to do that. And storage, just the basic Macintosh HD. I don't, like I said, I don't save anything onto my internal drives, and a 1 terabyte Samsung Evo 860. The secondarily, the nice thing about not storing anything on your internal drive, I don't even store the project files. Like, everything is external. So I could just unplug this and plug this into my desktop. I could plug it into another, you know, this hard drive. I could plug it into another MacBook or someone else's, you know, Apple computer, and just open up all of these project files and continue right, you know, like I never left my computer, which is really cool. Let's go back here to Davinci. And we're still kind of hanging out here and waiting. The laptop is hot. Again, it is running pretty hot. So let's check out system what is that called? Maybe not system. What's that thing where it shows you how much process is? Spotlight's super fast in this, by the way. Let's go to applications. So I'm not really familiar with Big Sur activity monitor. That's what I was looking for. So CPU. Looking at the systems using it's still showing idle CPU, which is interesting. The Resolve is using most of it. See, memory, we should be using, yeah, we're using like 11 gigs of swap. So we're really, I feel like if you went with like the 16 model, 16 gig of RAM model, you would be doing quite a bit better than we're doing right now, which is actually still crazy. Energy, yeah. This energy doesn't even matter anymore on this laptop. But memory, it looks like Resolve is using 16 gigs of memory on this 8 gig laptop. So most of it's swap. And here's the thing. So Ecamm Live, the application that I'm using to live stream this right now, this is using quite a bit of CPU. Not nearly as much as Davinci, but a lot nonetheless. And then, of course, Google Chrome is a monster. It's super annoying. But what can you do? But our performance is suffering for a few reasons. One, because of I'm running both monitors at the same time. We're running Resolve. We're exporting right now, which is always brutal. And what else are we doing? The live streaming. And we have Google Chrome open, monitoring everything. So a lot of interesting stuff going on here. Just waiting. So we only have a few clips left before we go back into Final Cut to finish off this video. It's taking quite a bit longer than I'm used to. Well, it's taking quite a bit longer than I'm used to, even on this computer over the last 2 days that I've been using it. But it's because I'm doing so much else. But it's not taking as long as computers I've used in the past, especially on this particular footage, which is all big, giant, ridiculous footage. All right, so we're almost there. So I'm not sure what other dialogue you're going to want from me right now. Just waiting for this to export. All right, and that's probably going to error us out on that last clip. Cool. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll click save Christmas house. Just go ahead and save that. And boom. Now we can quit out of Davinci Resolve, and let's open up Final Cut, which pretty much opens instantly. And I'm just gonna do a dumb little I'm not going to use so it exported the XML, but I'm not going to use the XML. I'm just going to drag and drop these clips wherever I put them. Where did I put them? I didn't put them in here, did I? I hate it when I do stuff like that. I forget where I put the footage. So let's open up Resolve again. Open up the Christmas house project. And should be in a colored clips. Oops, wrong folder. Oh, what did I do there? Oops. I put it into the package contents. That's not good. But I'll fix that right now. All right, now I can quit Resolve again. So let's go to, that was really dumb. Colored clips. Just gonna grab all these except for that last one. Just gonna take this and I'm gonna throw it right on there. Then I'm gonna go to audio, get rid of all that audio because we already have it. And I'm doing it this way just so that, you know, I have the log footage underneath that color graded ProRes footage. See? And let's see what this looks like.
Hello, I'm Matthew Harhart, and I'd like to welcome you to the Petro Christmas house.
So I'm going to take this, just duplicate it real quick, and hit transform. Let's put my logo up here. let's check out those tidal action safe zones. And I'm outside. I thought I was going to be inside, but yeah, there we go. Keep it in the action safe zone. That's fine. Go away. And I'm not going to put a drop shadow or anything under
Hello, I'm. Whether you're 1 year old or.
Cool. And then I'm going to just detach all this audio. And the reason I'm going to do that is for a really dumb purpose. I'm just going to take all those, create a new compound clip with it. Just so I can kind of quickly add just a little bit of compressor to it.
Be a great place to come here at Christmas time.
And let's open up our audio. Where did I? Oh yeah, show and workspace. We're gonna show our audio meters. Just check.
This is just a exciting place to be, a great place to come here at Christmas time.
Cool. Good enough. We're gonna call that finished. It's just a really basic edit. We're gonna export it in 4K. Did I close Resolve? Resolve should close now. Okay, so Resolve is closed. Next. And so live edit. We're just going to save that into this folder. And take a look at the background tasks while we're doing it. And Resolve was, so Davinci Resolve was still running. It's 16, so it's still running on x86. And it took us about 15 minutes to export that video. Now you see that same video we're exporting with more stuff on it, and it's going to take under a minute from Final Cut. I know that's not fair, because I'm not really doing any color grading from the Final Cut export, but yeah, I'm seeing it is what it is. So once we're done exporting that, we'll go ahead and play it. And it is done. Let me go ahead and quit Final Cut Pro. Now we're back in this whole thing. Okay, so of course the stream hung up and I didn't realize it, so whatever. Nobody's watching now anyway.
Hello, I'm Matthew Harhart, and I'd like to welcome you to the Peckville Christmas House. This is just a exciting place to be, a great place to come here at Christmas time. Puts a smile on everybody's face, whether you're 1 year old or 99 years old.
But if you're not coming over, you can light up my dreams. Every snowfall reminds me to call, 'cause I know if you're not here, then it's not Christmas at all. But this year, oh, I believe you're coming back to me. I'll be your angel when the snow's coming down.
We started back when I was 10, my brothers were 9. My father used to take us around looking at Christmas lights, and it looked like a lot of fun. It's like, we could do that, let's do that. And we started out small by putting the lights around the bushes, around the shrubs, on the fence, and it just grew from that.
You're coming around. You're coming around. You feel like Christmas every day of the year, but I can't.
You can follow us year-round. We're always adding on our Facebook page. We get new stuff in the spring and the summer, and we're always posting pictures. So definitely check us out on Facebook at Peckville Christmas House.
Now every front door reminds me of you, all decorated, anticipating good news. I've got one Christmas wish, top of my Christmas list, to be your angel.
All right, so look, it's me. Anyway, that's pretty much it. That's the whole live edit. It took us about an hour and 20 minutes.